Hello, this is Dr. Melida Barrow. I'm the author of Unveiling the Illusion. I'm the host here of Living Your Best Life Now, because that's what it's about. It's about living your best life now. We have a wonderful show for you today. This show, I hope, is going to reach your life, and I need you to share this video with so many out there that is not flapping their wings. I think it's time enough now for us to soar for greater things. And this is what this show is about tonight. And I hope that you stay tuned with us tonight. And meanwhile you're watching this video, it is time for you to tune in. And it's time for you to share the good news in the world. Share this video with your friends. Share this video with your family, and share this video with everyone that you know that needs to flap their wings today, now. Welcome once again to Living Your Best Life Now, because that's what it's about. It's about living your best life now. It's time to flap your wings. These are the questions that I have. And this is from the word. It's from Isaiah 40, verse 28 through 31. And I'm going to read this for you because I do believe that we need this information to go across the world, because so many of us are suffering, so many of us are going through changes and we don't know why. Well, I'm going to tell you why today. It's very, very important that you know what is happening in your life. And Dr. Melida Barrow, she's going to show you. This is from Isaiah 40, 28 until verse 31. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary, and he increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Yes, it is time to soar like an eagle and stop hanging with the chickens. And this is what this show is about. Let me share this story with you, because I think this story is going to enlighten you for the rest of the show. Let me say this, because it's important that we understand what is happening in our lives. Let me share this with you. The eagle in a chicken coop. Now you're wondering now what the eagle is doing in the chicken coop. One day an eagle began to wonder who he was. He began to realize he was not like the other chickens. Even though the other chickens didn't make him feel out of place, he still didn't feel at home. One day he was flapping his wings, and one of the other chickens said, "Hey, eagle, what are you doing? You do know us chickens do not fly." He heard that, but began to question, well, if I am not meant to fly, why do I have a desire to spread my wings and fly? As he continued to walk around inside the chicken coop, he began to feel a cage in it. He could not put his finger on it, but he knew that something was different. So one day, the eagle and the other chickens were playing in the chicken yard and heard a truck stop. It was the mailman. He looked up, and to his amazement, there was the picture of a bird that looked like him. His eyes got big and he went inside. Then something happened. He yelled, "Oh my goodness." And he called his mother. Yes, his mother. Where did I come from? The mother said, we've had this talk before. You know where babies come from. He replied, I know that, but where did I come from? You know, I don't look like you or my brothers or sisters. There is something wrong with me. I am not in the right place, am I? The mother said, no, you're not. You're not in the right place. One morning, the eagle woke up and went outside the den. I'm sorry, the mother, and woke up and went outside the den. And the hen, I'm sorry. And she saw, and she said, I saw you. There was no letters, there was nothing there. And you were the most beautiful chicken I ever saw. This is what she's telling the eagle. I knew you were not a chicken, but I wasn't going to love you any less. You are an eagle. It is time for you to fly and leave the chicken coop. I knew this day would come, the day you wanted to spread your wings and fly. You see, the chicken is content clucking around in the chicken coop. But one day the eagle will feel a burning desire to spread his wings and fly. That is you. The moral of this story is to realize you have a purpose in life. You are the eagle trapped in the chicken coop. It is time to spread your wings, my people, and soar in the heavens above. You have to soar like an eagle and stop hanging with the chickens. You see, you are designed to be limitless. The chicken coop is too restrictive. The wingspan of an American eagle or an eagle period is about 6.5 feet. An eagle will be dramatically confined by the limited space inside a chicken coop. That's you. The size of the chicken coop is determined by the number of chickens. You are designed to be all you can be. When you are not operating as who you are called to be, your status quo has defined your limits. You are designed to be limitless and not to be limited. If you are not living on purpose, on your purpose, being the eagle God has called you to be, you are limiting your growth and expansion. My challenge to you today is to figure out what your purpose is. You are an eagle trapped in a chicken coop. It is time to spread your wings, my people. Spread your wings and begin to fly. Because if you don't begin to fly, then you're going to remain exactly where you are. And that cannot be, because God did not create you to be in one place. He created you to be among those that need help. It's to be among those to elevate you and others. That is why God created you. You understand? If you want to soar in life, you must first learn to fly. And in order to fly, you must love yourself. You have to love yourself, because where could you go in life if you remove the limits of your mindset? Where? Where would you go? You see, think of the areas that you might be struggling in, but you know your big dreams are within reach. You know it's within reach. You just need encouragement to get there. And that is what I'm doing today. I am trying to push you. I am trying to encourage you. I am trying to tell you, you can do it. Yes, you can. If anyone around you is telling you you cannot fly, tell them Dr. Harris said, yes, you can. This is why in my previous shows, I spoke about being around people that celebrates you, because it's important for you to be around these people in order for these people to tell you day in and day out, yes, you can. Yes, you can, Gloria. Yes, you can, Felipe. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Gerson Perea. Yes, you can do it. We can fly because we are already flying. We just don't know that we can. You understand? So all of you that are watching this show tonight, you can fly. What I consider soaring is receiving love, giving love, living a life of abundance in all areas, and no longer holding back in life. What does soaring look like for you in your life? That is the key. You can do anything that you put your mind to. That is the key. To soar, we must be in main. I'm going to tell you, to soar, we must be a main priority. We have to look upon ourselves and say, I am the main priority, and in order for me to help you, I have to take care of me first. You understand? We must make ourselves a priority. Commit to it actually, no exceptions. We don't have any exception. It is important to take care of you first before you are ready to take on the world. You see, if we want to soar in life, we must know the why in our lives. Why do I want to soar? Our why is the key to our vision and purpose. What is your vision? What is your purpose? You have to answer the why. The why for our life is embedded deep within us. We must just be open to acknowledge it, because oftentimes we're not open to acknowledge it. Gratitude is a happiness trigger. In order to soar in all things, be thankful and cultivate positive emotions. You see, we must commit our mindset to seeing the good in yourself and the good in people. Our wealth, career, and relationships are important. We can give ourselves permission to soar in all areas and live life full out. We can all soar together, but we must work together. You see, when you are working in a team and you have your own agenda, you're not going to soar. The idea is to work together as a team in order to accomplish one of the greatest goals of all. And that is being together, creating, building, and doing the right thing. The only thing that may be holding you back today from soaring is committing to the belief that you deserve. I'm going to say that again. The only thing that may be holding you back from soaring is committing to the belief that you deserve the beauty life has to offer you. You deserve the best. Oftentimes, we don't think that we deserve the best, but yes, we do. I know I am going to win. Why? Because winning is now a non-negotiable deal for me. I want to win. I want to help nations. I want to help people. That is my mission. My mission in the world is when I am flying. If you can't fly, I'm going to say, here's the other wing that you can hold on to. Here is this wing that might be helpful to you to get to the next step. You see, we are flying, but we are not helping anyone behind us. We have to stop that. I believe the question is, do you want to help others to fly? And if you don't, then trust me, your wings are not going to stay up for 2-4 hours as an eagle can. You see, it's going to flap. You see, I am the point now that
I'm at the point now that I am sharing my wings to help the people. I decided in my life now, at this point, that I want to share my wings. Sometimes people don't even have wings because that's what they're telling themselves. I don't have any wings to fly. You were born with your wings. Your wings is powerful. The thing is that you don't know your value. I believe that to confess your fears and excuses for remaining grounded is one of the biggest problems that you are having. You see, afraid of falling, or worse, afraid of failing, not strong enough for you, not smart enough. This is what's going on in your mind. I'm afraid of falling. I'm afraid of failing, not strong enough, not smart enough, too old, too young. Flying is too risky. Don't like surprises. Sometimes listing our fears and excuses in black and white help us to connect visually with what really makes us fearful. We think too much about the negative things. I think it is time enough now for us to think positive. When you're falling and you're falling and you're falling, you have to stop and question yourself, why am I falling? You see, when negative knocks my door, I jump to the positive door because I know that there's a positive door, because I know people that surround me, I make sure they celebrate me and I celebrate them. So when I'm falling or something negative happened to me, I can make a phone call and I can say, hey, I need your help. I need your support. I need you to celebrate me right now. You see, in one particular season of my life, I allowed fear of failure to keep me grounded. Yes, I did. In still another season, I encountered a fear of success. That's where I'm at today. But when I examined those fears through God's microscope, listen to me now, listen to me. When I examined those fears through God's microscope, I saw them reduced to a minimum and to a workable size. Yes, yes, yes. That's why you see me moving. That's why you see me traveling. That's why you see me flapping my wings, because I understand now I am not going to allow fear to control me or my life. You have to be willing to move beyond your comfort zone. That's one of the biggest problems that you're having. Get out of there. You've always done it this way. This is in your mind. I've done it this way, and can't no one tell me about how to do it. But sometimes you have to step back and listen to others. You have to step back and realize that sometimes you don't have all the answers. You don't have all the answers to everything that you are doing. You need a friend. You need a colleague. You can't put a nation together by yourself. You can't put an organization together by yourself. You cannot do anything by yourself. And this is what most of us are doing. We are trying to do everything by ourselves. I have a colleague by the name of Gerson, Wilmer, John, Tito. These four people that I mentioned, they celebrate me and I celebrate them. And when God speaks to me, I share it with them. And one of the greatest things is this: they listen. Gerson just said to me today, for some reason, Melida, when you tell me something, and when you say, God spoke to me, for some reason, what he tells you, I have in my mind. So when you come to me, I'm saying, wow, I was thinking the same thing. You see, when God works with us, he makes sure that he gives the other person the message before you get to them. Yes. So when you present the message, and if the message is with love for the people, it will pass on positively. You understand? So you've always have to open your minds and let God in, let God guide you. Try a different approach. Stretch yourself beyond where you're at right now. Trust God more. Worry less. Challenge yourself in small ways if necessary, and reward yourself for every accomplishment, no matter how insignificant it may seem to you. When he knows you want to give him the glory, God wants you to succeed. Do you understand? God stretched me by allowing me to teach internationally in various age groups in the world. God taught me much about trusting him when I was willing to try something else. So now what I'm doing with my life, I am trusting God. I am listening to God. I am allowing God to put me here and to put me there. And when I'm in a place where I'm not supposed to be, I will retrieve. When I see corruption, I will retrieve. When I see confusion, I will retrieve. Because God is not a God of confusion. God is not a God of jealousy. That's not God. That's the negative force. God taught me that about trusting him. Yes, he taught me that. I want you guys to consider the alternative. That's what I want you to do. You can stay where you are and never take a risk, never flap your wings, but you might miss the adventure God has planned for you. I'm having a ball. I am having a good time. You know why? Because I've discovered many things. I've discovered that I have to love me. I've discovered that I have to understand what my purpose is. And I shut my ears years ago when people said to me, Dr. Barrow, you're doing too many things. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this, and you're doing that. You need to stay focused, Dr. Barrow. Well, I thank God today that I didn't listen to any of them. The this and the that and the this and the that. At this point in my life, I can run a nation. I know how to delegate. I know how to start businesses. I know how to help people that needs help. Because if I didn't listen to God and listen to people, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't. You can stay where you are and never take that risk, as I say. But you might miss the adventure God has placed for you. God never asked us to take impossible risk on our own. Never. Let me tell you something. Abraham left everything familiar to travel to an unknown destination. You can read Genesis 12. That God would show him. He showed him. But the adventure was God's idea, not his. Not Abraham. And it required a constant trust in God, day in and day out. Did you hear what I said? a constant trust in God's ability to lead. And that was God. Let me tell you something. My God, I'm feeling good. You see, like I said, Abraham trusted him day in and day out. And that, what God had promised, would ultimately materialize. Sometimes when you're going through your journey, you can't see the process. In other words, you're right here, and this is what you're seeing, but you have to stay obedient to see the rest of the things. Because most of the times you're going through trials. And I'll give you an example. God would give you a trial. He will see, can you do this? Because he has something better for you to do. But because you're not obedient, you can't get to the next step. A son in his 90s, Abraham, was in his 90s. And Abraham probably said, I'm too old to do this. But not God. But not God. He didn't see that he was too old. Abraham's obedience to fly with wings of faith resulted ultimately in blessing for us as faith believers. But what if he didn't obey? What if I did not obey? What if you did not obey? You have to obey God. When somebody come and tell you something and it is positive, but you are focusing on greed, you are focusing on title, you are focusing on being the boss, and you can't hear what God is telling you because you're so involved with yourself. But those that listens to God, those that listens, my God, they become powerful. They know that by listening and being obedient to God, they're going from one step to the next. And I am being obedient. You know why? Because I see where he's taking me. Even though somebody can come now and say, I'm going to offer this to you. And after I see that it's wrong, I'm pulling out. Because I know what is of God and I know what is not of God, regardless of how high it may be. And regardless of how much money you are presenting to me. Yes, me, Dr. Melida Harris Barrow. You can't come here with me with that. One of the most beautiful truths about being God's child is the realization that we can find wings even in the midst of difficult circumstances. I'm going to repeat that because you need to understand that. One of the most beautiful truths about being God's child is the realization that we can find wings even in the midst of difficult times and circumstances. Whatever spiritual freedom means to you, whatever spiritual freedom means to you, God wants you to spread your wings and fly. He wants you to spread your wings and fly. That is my message today. Spread your wings. But those who trust in the Lord will find new strength. They will soar high on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Yes. Like a mother eagle, God may have to push us toward the edge of our comfy nest to get us ready to fly. And like baby eaglets, we may resist fearing the flight. But just like the eagle, our faithful Father watches and waits nearby to catch us until we can fly on our own. That's Deuteronomy 32:11. Yes. I hope that this message tonight was able to help you to rise. Those of you that have been having personal issues, marriage issues, relationships, business. You think your business is going too slow. You think your business is not going as fast as you would want it. But I want you to ask yourself this question today. What is it that you're doing? Are you being obedient to God? You see, being obedient is not just going to church on Sundays. No, not at all. Being obedient is able to listen. You see, we're being distracted with what's going on in the world, day in and day out. Watching the news about what's going on over there and all what's going on over there. Gossiping on the line with your girlfriends and just doing things. Your mind is just full of garbage. Get rid of that. Get rid of the garbage. Because I cannot go through in this world and not look back for my brothers and my sisters. I don't care if you're from North America, South America, Asia, Africa. I don't care. If you have a good heart, and if you want guidance, support, I'm here. This is why I do this show. I'm going to help you. And those of you that are watching this show that I know, you know that I'm always there for you. I'm always coming back for you. Sometimes I may take a month or two and not talk to you, but I'm coming back for you. Because life is not about just you. Life is about all of us. I've been in Africa lately, in Latin America, South America, and I've seen some things. How is it that we're going to grow when we're oppressing each other? We always talk about European oppressing us. But I'm going to tell you something. For what I've seen in this last year, we are hurting each other and hurting ourselves. I've done so much in this world that I can just sit back at home and do nothing. But I've decided to be obedient to God. See, God wouldn't let me rest. He said, no, you have to go out there and you have to help the people. You have to teach them the truth. You have to give them what I've given you. You see, Melida, I've blessed you. I've given you the tools to survive on this earth. I've not only blessed you with knowledge, I've blessed you with wisdom. And I want you to share that throughout the world. And that's being obedient to God. I listen to him. I listen to him because I think it's important that we also all listen to him. Why are we fighting with each other constantly in the world? Nations with nations, people with people, gangs out there shooting each other. What happened is because we have wings that we're not using. Our wings are just sitting there. I have a message for you today. I want you to use your wings. I want you to start flapping your wings. I want you to have the courage. You see, you can't change the world without courage. And you cannot change the world with wickedness. You have to have love in your hearts to change the world. This is not about taking from the poor. This is about blessing the poor. This is not about corrupting my mind, indoctrinating my mind because you feel that your religion and your culture, I need to be indoctrinated by you. No, I want to be indoctrinated with truth because truth has set me free. It has unveiled all the illusions of this world of why we are the way we are. So flap those wings for me. I am begging you to flap those wings. You are more than an eagle. I just use eagle as an example. You beyond being an eagle. You are a human being with great power within. And I am using that power to do the great things God sent me to do, to change the mindset of the people, for them to be free from oppression, and to change nations, to let them know that we are better than what you're saying that we are. You're no longer going to kill us because we're going to multiply and we're going to multiply and we are going to be wise not to follow all these demonic and religious people that are out here destroying the people. It is not going to happen anymore. As long as I'm alive, I will be obedient to God. I want to thank you for watching this show, and I hope that you can share this show with the world. Let them know that it's time for them to flap their wings. Tell your daughter, tell your son, tell your uncle, tell your mother, tell your father, tell your family. It is time to flap your wings. I want to thank you. This is Dr. Melida Harris Barrow. I'm the author of Unveiling the Illusion. I would like for you to visit my website to subscribe, www.melidaharrisbarrow.com. And also, I would like to introduce you to my book. It is called Unveiling the Illusion. Know who you are. You can inbox me tonight. Inbox me and let me know if you would like a signature of my book, and I will sign it tonight and I will mail it to you on Saturday. I also have the book in Spanish, both Spanish and English. So for you, in order to order this book, because my life is in here, and what I wrote in this book, I'm going to tell you, it's taking me places because I discovered and I unveil many of the illusions of this world. And I want you to do the same. If you don't have this book, you need to get this book tonight. And I will mail it out to you first thing. Matter of fact, now that I'm talking, I will provide, the book is $15. What I'm going to do, I am going to, because we had a situation earlier today where we have some toys to deliver for the Panamanians that know Darien. This is to the native. We have over 100 toys to deliver to the natives in Darien because the situation is not very good there. So they called us back and they told us that they didn't have transportation to get there. So we will have to get a truck and all these other things to deliver. So if you guys would like to donate, what I'm going to do, I'm going to donate. I am going to have 2 books for $25, and that way you can present or give these books as a present for your family for the holidays. But I am going to donate also until we reach to $500 tonight in order for us to get the transportations and all the things that we need and even buy more toys for these kids. And I would use my book as a donation, two books for $25. And you can inbox me tonight, and you will be blessing our children in Darien. And I appreciate all of you. I really do. And I will be in Panama next week and also to do many good things. I want to thank all of you for watching Living Your Best Life Now. I want to thank all of you that tuned in. And also, please share this video because it's time enough now for us to flap our wings. Thank you and good night. Love you guys. I love you. Georgina, all of you. Let me see who is on so I can say hello to my dear loved one. Suleika, Bolden, Anita Diab, John Montaño, te quiero mucho, papá. Mario Smith, Blanca, Valerie, Vielka, Bannister, te quiero, mi amor, te quiero a todos. Roberto, my brother, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's his birthday today. I love you, Roena. I love everyone. And may God bless all of you. Have a blessed night. Thank you.